Guys, I'm sure you're aware of the catastrophe that's going on in Lebanon. I am raising money with a reliable charity, One Ummah, that will help get your donations to those people that require it the most. I will leave a link in the description. Assalamu alaikum guys, and welcome to another episode of Smile to Jannah. Bear Grylls is a British adventurer, a survivor. He does these videos in which he's surviving, drinking urine, surviving in very harsh, difficult conditions. The guy used to be an SAS soldier, but he is also a Christian, and he was celebrating Christmas. And he's not a closet Christian. I mean, Russell Brand was just baptized and Bear Grylls was involved in that process as well. And he is, of course, outspoken about his faith as well. That being said, when celebrating Christmas, he put up a post in which he was reading from a book and he mentioned Mary, the mother of Jesus. He called her Maryam and a Palestinian girl.
Okay, so it is Christmas Eve, always such a special time, but I wanted to read a little bit from the greatest story ever told. This bit of the story is set in a place in Palestine, 1st century Palestine, called Bethlehem. And this is first person, this part of the story, from a young, scared, poor young girl called Maryam.
Maryam, you guys might be thinking, hey, this is something that the Muslims say, and you happen to be correct. If we look at Gospel of Luke, you'll see that in the original Greek, where you see Mary, it's pronounced Maryam, matching the Muslim pronunciation.
Maryam. Maryam.
But considering what's going on in Israel and Palestine, for the word Palestine to be used, there are a group of people who simply cannot digest this word. They start frothing at the mouth, they start shaking, they start breaking into a rash. And that's exactly what happened at the bottom of this video that he posted. Let's see some of the comments, some of the vile insults that he was called. He was called stupid, disgusting, scum, shit face. And he was accused of calling for the eradication of the Jews.
What?
And yes, you're absolutely right. You're thinking, what's the connection of calling Mary, who lived in Palestine, making her a Palestinian, with calling for the eradication of a group of religious adherents? Well, I don't really know the answer to that. But it wasn't just the average Tom, Dick and Harry that were leaving those sorts of comments. Some high-profile guys got involved as well. There is a group called the Campaign Against Anti-Semitism, who have no place here, frankly. This does not concern you, but apparently it did. And they chimed in. I'm assuming they would come with some academia, some facts. Let's see. They called it historical nonsense with an agenda. Yes, that's something you'll see in your university curriculum next year. That's something you can see the professor right at the front of the lecture hall writing on the board. You might as well just take a nap, frankly. Why are you getting involved in this conversation? Then you've got Zach Goldsmith, who I think was trying to run for the mayor of London, a disgruntled MP, Conservative MP. He used a very articulate word because of all of his education that he's received from these institutions. He called it stupid, which says a lot about him, frankly. And the post that he put on X, which is owned by right-wing Elon Musk, I think it's fair to say that now, considering the flurry of posts that we've seen of Elon Musk aligning clearly not only with the right wing, the far right also as well. So the community notes, they apparently said it's a falsification of history, which I don't know how that was approved, but we all remember the visit of Mr. Musk when he went to Israel. So this former SAS soldier, this Christian, proud Christian, this individual who's aware of history, unfortunately, sadly, was overpowered and he took down the post, then put it up, taking out the word Palestine. I frankly don't know why. And if you look on this S2J article that we put up, yes, S2J News, big up, the ones that have been sticking with the truth through wind, rain, hail, snow, you call it. Make sure you download the app. And the article emphasized the fact that Mary was indeed ethnically Jewish. However, the place that she stayed in was geographically Palestine. The two can be true, and they are not contradictory. This is something that people will have you believe otherwise, frankly. They will try and make it seem like the two are contradictory. And let me just end with this. We have scores of evidence, historical in terms of coins, in terms of 3,000-year-old Egyptian texts that talk about Egyptians fighting with a group called the Philistines. There is a 3,000-year-old graveyard that was discovered in Ashkelon with the word Paliset. Oh yes indeed. And what do the historians say about Philistines and Paliset? Say he's the Palestinian. And not to mention the founder of Western history, Herodotus. He wrote about Palestine. Not to mention one of the seniors in Western philosophy, Aristotle, also wrote about Palestine as well. What sort of things did they write? They talked about its affluence in terms of its wealth and how it controlled frankincense. So Palestine was controlling frankincense, but the people in the comments of Bear Grylls' video like any sense. Kudos to him for at least being brave enough to put the post out there, keeping it up as long as he could, and hopefully he will do some reading about this and he will realize that his initial knowledge, his hunch, his tahqiq, his understanding, research was indeed correct. And yeah, hopefully he then posts something again in future after he's done his research. And yeah guys, let's leave it there. If you want to see the full article, I'm going to leave a link in the description. Make sure you check it out. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.